Hi, my name is Jessie Chen. I'm the holder of this diary. Call it When Traveling. That was a long day. All I did was basically taking a train. After achieving the goal of eating breakfast in a shop, I then chilled out in the hostel until the departure time approached. January 9th, 2022, in Valencia, Spain. At 2:50, I boarded a train, planning to have a mega sleep during the 7.5-hour journey. Some minutes later, the driver came to the cabin, asking who was gonna go to Madrid and blah blah blah. That was the most clear word I could hear. As to the rest, I barely knew what he was talking about. I had an idea he's saying passengers whose destination was Madrid were required to transfer somewhere due to some problems, but I couldn't get the details. And as soon as I heard the announcement, I had so many questions hitting in my mind, like, at which stop should I get off? After getting off, where should I transfer? Is it far? How much time do I have for transfer? Is it enough? What if I missed? Am I able to find other ways to go the rest of the time? I was a bit anxious because this wasn't the plan. The train I took was supposed to be a direct one. While I was trying to get more information from the driver, a young female came to help me. I guess, obviously, my face looked confused. I was lucky to have her help. It turned out the driver would come again when the transferring station was approaching. I was then relieved and started to have a chat with the young female. She's French and is a French teacher in Spain. Before she worked in Spain, she participated in a program in Spain, so she is able to do some simple communications. Some minutes later, she got off and we said goodbye to each other. I really appreciated her kindness. I was lucky to meet kind people. In addition to the French girl, another Spanish female told me she would get off at the transferring station too, so she would keep an eye out for me. And she'd also helped me check the details from the driver, which was really sweet. It turned out there's a bus stop right next to the station for transferring passengers to another station, and the driver was going to get on the bus too. The questions haunting in my mind were soon wiped out. I then took the bus smoothly. To be honest, I felt a bit annoyed when I found out about the transfer. However, when the bus drove through the small villages on the hills and the wide land with no buildings but only plants growing randomly, I was like, wow, so cool! These places are the ones I wouldn't have a chance to visit if my plan wasn't interrupted. That's my first time seeing the Mediterranean landscape, which was exciting for sure. Especially because the once inanimate picture in the textbook now became vivid in front of me. I kept staring at the scenery and was reluctant to take a nap, even though I felt sleepy because of the dark chocolate I ate yesterday. The bus kept driving, and I suddenly noticed a sign with a scallop shell pattern. That's the sign of Camino de Santiago. I was on one hand excited, on the other gasping, because before heading to Europe, I was thinking about spending 1 month hiking the Camino de Santiago because back then I was eager to get some kind of redemption through some kind of ritual. But after experiencing the unprecedented tranquility in Inari, Finland, I felt I was healed. Therefore, I gave up the hiking ideas so I could explore more countries. But of course, it's still on my bucket list. It's just next time if I really want to do it, I definitely need to have some plan in advance. Because when I saw the sign, I was basically in the middle of nowhere. It requires more than a 20-minute drive to reach a small village, which means It was quite a long distance for walking. Besides, it was getting dark by then. I couldn't help but imagine that I might risk sleeping on the streets alone if I really hiked there. Because when I walk, I usually walk aimlessly. Anyway, the point is, preparation for the hike is necessary. It was past 6. The color of sky transformed from light lilac into orange, deep pink, and then absolute dark. 1 hour later, I finally arrived at the transferring station. Going to Madrid required another 3 hours, which meant I still had plenty of time. I then started to recall the things happening earlier. The tram was slowly approaching Madrid Atocha. It was 10. Though the transfer was tiring, it's worthwhile. Next time, when I encounter sudden transfer again, I definitely will embrace it with my adventurous spirit. Written by Jessie Chan. Thanks for your reading.